Is anyone listening? Welcome. This is Dear Alienz. I am your host, Molly, former president, salty air lover, and your storyteller for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to find out what topics make me want to get beamed up. Now, I stated in my intro that I was a former president, and obviously not of the United States. I'm not even old enough to even run for that. But I was the president of my student body at my college, which is like, woo woo, good for me. I'm excited about it. It was a great time. But today, I thought I would talk about laws that I would immediately have to put into place if I was in power as president. Like the first laws of most importance. This is my list. It's not the entire list. I think I'll just keep dropping them in the future. But these are three that are really coming to mind at this time. The first one is Bermuda shorts. We're not doing it anymore, but don't worry, we do not have to go through this alone. What we're going to do is once a week until all of the Bermuda shorts have been destroyed, we will have community bonfires. Let's say every Thursday at 6 p.m. You come to your local community bonfire, you bring your Bermuda shorts, you throw them in the fire, and you know what? You want a free drink? You get a free drink. You want a free gram of weed? You get a free gram of weed. You want a gun? Sorry, no, not allowed. Absolutely not. But you want a coupon to go get a free meal? Great, here you go, no problem. But bring your Bermuda shorts. I'm not kidding. If you have a pair of Bermuda shorts, everyone do yourselves a favor and get rid of them immediately, please. Secondly, and I think I might even feel more passionately about what I'm about to say than the Bermuda shorts. No more forehead kisses. I'm not kidding. And part of that statute is going to be no butterfly kisses or no nose kisses. I'm absolutely not. We're not interested. Can we go back to when PDA in public, obviously public displays of affection, when that wasn't allowed? Because I don't want to see a forehead kiss. It's creepy to me. It actually creeps me out more to see someone give someone a forehead kiss than to see two people kiss on the lips. So no, absolutely not. Forehead kisses, gone. And we're not going to send you to jail. We're going to give you a $15 fine. It's just a nuisance. Just please stop. And the last law, and this one, it came to me recently. And I guess I did this list correctly. I'm doing from least important to most important. You are no longer allowed to rip out your hospital IV. Ugh, I'm disgusted. I hate when someone is trying to take out their or in a TV. No, whether it's Grey's Anatomy, New Amsterdam, House MD, someone is always trying to rip their IV out. It is disgusting. Absolutely not. I want to make that illegal. And by that, I mean, I want to make it illegal in real life, but then I also want to make it illegal to be seen on TV or in movies. Never again. Let's all get on the same page there. And this then takes me into, okay, invention hour. And this is where I drop an invention that I think would be great. And if anybody literally steals it and makes millions, you better give me a cut. And I'm not kidding, because my ideas are great, but the thing is, I don't have the skills to make the idea happen, and I don't really know the people who want to take the time when I have no money to pay them to make it happen. But here's my invention. It is for a TV. It can be a plug-in, or maybe we could just add it to all TVs in the future, and TV companies who make TVs can pay me for coming up with this. But it is a setting so that you can blur things that you do not want to see. On Twitter or Instagram, you can block words or block hashtags so you don't have to see that certain thing. I would you would have this setting for your TV. So you could go in there. For example, this is what I would do. I would go in there and I would be feet, foot. I never want to see a foot or a set of feet on my TV ever again. And that means that if there's a scene where someone is walking through and they are barefoot, it will be blurred out. When you're watching a show Bachelor in Paradise or Love Island, and they have to blur out someone's butt because their bikini bottom is too small. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to see things you don't want to see. That's a genius invention. And okay, this is the perfect segue. I was going to be like, speaking of inventions, I actually want to talk about inventors next. And not like, not Albert Einstein, not Benjamin Franklin. No, no, no. I'm talking about a fictional inventor, Tony Stark. And this is just an MSA, a Molly service announcement. What I'm about to say next, I feel like it's going to cause a lot of strife, a lot of fights. People are not going to like what I have to say. And that's okay. But first, before we dive in and we really get into the meat of Tony Stark and all the things I want to talk about in the Marvel Universe, I want to tell you a mini story. And this is the time that a Marvel movie almost ended my relationship. So let's go back to college. I'm in a relationship with a man, and he comes up to me and he's like, "Oh, can we go see like whatever movie was coming out?" I don't even remember what movie it was. It clearly did not matter that much. But he was like, "Can we go see like the newest Marvel movie?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I can't." I was like, "I'm behind on the movies." And anyone who is like on this journey usually likes to watch the movies in order. Maybe some people don't. I do. So if like I miss a movie that came out and I haven't gotten to see it yet, and then another movie comes out, like I'm not going to just skip that last movie because there's always spoilers and Easter eggs. Like you either get it, or you get it, you don't, or you don't. But he was like, "Let's go to the movie." And I was like, I can't, I'm behind. And he was like, "Who cares?" And did it really matter? And the answer is yes, it did matter to me. Because in the 5th grade, someone in my class had a movie theater birthday party. So we all got invites, we all went to the theater, and it was Iron Man. And I was a girl that wore a dress every day with a matching colored bow in my hair for the first number of years at school. So in 5th grade, I wasn't really sure what my identity was or who I was or what I liked, but I didn't think I liked superhero or action movies. I thought that the movie was terrifying. I was definitely not mature enough to be watching Iron Man, which sounds ridiculous, but I was not. But then as I got older, and then in high school, I was like, I really like action movies. I really like the Marvel Universe. I was like, I think this is really good. So I went back and I like started watching them all in order. I got all caught up to the point where like a group of us in college, we would go and see every Marvel movie in theaters together. So when I'm behind and my boyfriend at the time is like, "Let's go to the movies." And I was like, "I can't." And I explain literally the story I just told everyone. He's so mad at me. He's literally like, "Are you kidding?" Like he's trying to make it out like I'm the worst person on this earth. Like it was a blowout fight. We did not speak for days because of it. And it didn't even matter. Like I can't even tell you what movie it was. But I'm pretty sure we almost broke up because I wouldn't go see this Marvel movie with him. And I just like, when you're on a journey, and someone wants you to step off your train, don't step off. That is the best advice I could ever give, because I would be so mad at myself now if I had given in. I don't think there were any actual spoilers, but honestly, it's the principle of the thing. The older I get, sometimes I'm like, it's actually just the principle of the thing. And for me, that was exactly that situation. So was I willing to sacrifice my relationship in order to continue to watch the Marvel movies in order? Absolutely. Yes. Correct. So, today I want to give you some Marvel Cinematic Universe opinions. And I feel like this is going to start some fights. So, first, we'll start off by talking about the ones that we're not talking about, kind of like when we did fast food. These are the ones that we are not talking about. We are not. Okay, so here are the ones that we're not talking about. I just want to get them out of the way so we're all on the same page. We are not talking about Morbius. It is not Morbin time. I'm sorry, Matt Smith. Just absolutely not. We're not touching it. We're not touching Captain Marvel, and we're not touching Shang-Chi. All right, great. Next, I'll do my honorable mentions because they're great, but they just don't fall into the categories that I want to talk about today. And it's Guardians of the Galaxy and Black Widow. Guardians of the Galaxy was, for me, the first time I was watching a Marvel movie, and I was like, not only are they doing action and heroism, but like they're also doing comedy. Thank you. It was so off the cuff funny. I find very few faults in that movie. Groot, oh my God, like we would all basically throw ourselves on the line for Baby Groot, no joke. Black Widow, maybe it's an unpopular opinion. I really enjoyed the movie. Like, ScarJo, thank you for your service. But overall, first of all, it has all of the people I love. You're gonna give me you're gonna give me Hopper from Stranger Things. You're giving me Florence Pugh. Okay, like I'm in. You got me. Like, what else do you want from me? I thought that Black Widow was great, but it's not in my top 5, and it's not in my dumpster fire category. It just kind of like, it was really good and I enjoyed it and it had its purpose. So I'm very grateful. ScarJo, collect your cash. Y'all, I literally recorded the entire episode, listened to it back, was about to publish it, and realized I did not talk about something incredibly important during my Marvel movie section. So I did have to add this part in because it has to be talked about. I forgot to talk about my top tier Marvel movie pick. It doesn't fall into the top 5. It doesn't fall into the dumpster category. It's not being talked about, and it doesn't fall to the wayside. It is top tier because the movie means the world to me. It's a masterpiece. It means a lot to a lot of people. And it's Black Panther. And it's just a coincidence that the new Black Panther movie is coming out this Friday. But I had to talk about Black Panther. It was an incendiary movie. Like, let's not play. If you don't like Black Panther, there is something wrong with you. You are the problem. Like, I'm just letting you know. Black Panther is a cinematic masterpiece. It is history making. It's so many things that so many people needed. So it doesn't fall into a category. It stands alone because of all of the things that it brings to the table. So I just had to add that part in because I just wanted everyone to know how much and how important Black Panther is. Thank you. So I'll go into dumpster fire because I actually think that where people will agree with me the most is in the dumpster fire category. Okay, from the top, this is a direct ranking. The Doctor Strange films. Those are in my dumpster fire category. Throw them away. I'm not kidding. Like, I don't even dislike Doctor Strange as a character, but his movies, throw them away. They are actual garbage. I'm so sorry, not sorry. Eternals. What was that? Why are you stacking a cast that thick? Why are you paying that much money for a movie that could have been so much better? Like, were we not even working with the talents of the people we had? We made all these people get jacked and then there weren't even a ton of like shirtless scenes. I just don't understand. What's up with this whole King David or like Knights of the Round Table ending? I don't understand. I don't think that movie made much sense. I We need answers. That's all I can say. So that falls in my dumpster fire because watching it was a hassle and not very enjoyable. And the last movie in my dumpster fire category, Captain America dumpster fire. No, Captain America Civil War. But I stand by what I said originally, which is Captain America dumpster fire. Because Captain America Civil War, I think, is my least favorite movie of the cinematic universe. Like, I would rather watch the Hulk. I would rather watch just about anything. I would even rather watch Green Lantern than watch Captain America Civil War. It's terrible. It's not good. The movie is basically a loop and it makes itself meaningless. So why does it exist? Like, I'm saying what I'm saying. But now we'll go into my top 5 Marvel movies. And this is where I'm nervous, because I feel like this is where it's going to get ugly, because people are going to be like, why would you like, okay. And I'm going to do this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in 5th place for my top 5 Marvel movies is The Avengers. Like, no thought, no doubt about it. I love that movie. I feel like that's what made me solidified in being like, I am in this universe until it ends or until I end, one or the other. But I was just like, rarely am I ever sucked into something that's over 2 hours long. Nothing has the business of being over 2 hours long. I'm not kidding. But The Avengers was good. But can we just stop for a second on the note of nothing should ever be longer than 2 hours? Duffer Brothers, I hope that someone sends this to the Duffer Brothers every single day between now and the next premiere of the Stranger Things series. There is no need to have 3-hour-long episodes. We don't have time for that. We don't have brains for that. Chop it up. Cut it up. We all knew where the cuts should have been. You could have given us easily like 8 to 10 episodes. So, explain yourself. But Avengers, now that was a movie that was worth the time. And I think everyone can agree with that. I don't think that that one is the most controversial. In my number 4th spot, Thor Ragnarok. And you know why? Because it made me laugh. Like, if you really, like, if you're making me laugh, if I'm laughing, everyone's having a good time. No, but it's like Thor Ragnarok was funny, because the first 2 Thors were like serious, but they weren't funny haha. They were just, I don't even like, not funny, I guess you would say. But Thor Ragnarok, now that movie, she knew how to be funny. She knew what she was doing. She was solidifying a universe filled with strong female characters. Thank you, Valkyrie. Do I need to say more? Tessa Thompson. Like, oh, I got to add her to my list. I'm making a list of like women I would die for, because I'm not jumping in front of a bullet for a man. But like women I would die for. And I think Tessa Thompson might be on the list. All right, we'll have to review. Going into review, maybe I'll share the list one day. 3rd place in my top 5. Ant-Man, the first one. Paul Rudd. Like, thank you, sir. He's not fine wine. He's not aged cheese. He's just, I would say he's the living beauty of evolution. Like, he just gets better and better with age, which is just what we want in evolution. We want to continue to get better. And Paul Rudd is doing that. He's continuously taking us to the next bar. And Ant-Man was riding this wave. It was funny. Let's not play. It was sexy. Paul Rudd, he got those abs. He went to the gym. He knew what he was doing. They cast a strong female lead. Correct. The sidekicks are always great. We need to bring in, obviously, like, the sidekicks are usually like minorities, and like, let's give the minorities the bigger parts, but like, they always do the job, and they be bringing a majority of the last. So thank you. That is why Ant-Man solidifies itself in 3rd place, because all of these movies, one thing they have in common is that if they came on at any point, like I walk past the TV, or like say I'm in a waiting room at an emergency room and this movie came on, I would be like, oh, I'll put my phone down, like, what's up? I'm in. That is how I'm categorizing it for it to be in my top 5, is that at a moment's notice, I wouldn't be upset if it came on TV and I would want to watch it. Number 2. Now this one obviously holds a special place in my heart. My number 2 is Iron Man. And it's number 2 for me because like it's the start of it all. Like, it's really like, I would not even be on this journey if I had not gone to that 5th grade movie theater birthday party. And if anyone's listening who was there, you know, like, I would not be here talking about the Marvel movies right now without that 5th grade movie theater birthday party. No joke. But then when I went back and watched the Iron Man movies, I was like, it's so good. I'm not gonna lie, Iron Man 2 almost made the list. I really like Iron Man 2, but the thing was last week I said the word White Castle, and I just like, I really just like, I can't do 2 weeks of like being thrown in the dumpster. So I will stay solidified in my choice that Iron Man is my number two because it got me on this journey. I always enjoy the movie. I'm a Robert Downey Jr. fan. I think that the Iron Man movies really saved his life, and I'm glad because I think he's doing well now. Stay well. Number one. And you know what? I'm not ashamed. And this is not like I'm not ashamed. No, I am unashamed to love this movie. I could watch this movie on repeat, similar to George of the Jungle. Like, I could watch George of the Jungle 24/7 and not get sick of it. I could watch Captain America Winter Soldier on repeat 24/7 and not ever get sick of it. I've never just seen a more beautiful movie. You're literally telling me sexiest man of the year 2022. Ooh, chef's kiss. The Lord is good. If he is up there and if he is doing anything good, which first of all, he should be stepping in for more serious matters. But second of all, thank you for creating Chris Evans and thank you for having him cast as Captain America. Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan, I just like, I couldn't have dreamed it up if I had wanted to. But that's why they get paid the big bucks over there at Marvel. That's why they're getting the big money because they are putting out sexy, amazing, good, fun, sexy. I just got to say it again. Movies. Captain America Winter Soldier, like, take me away. There's that TikTok sound where it's like, well, did you kiss or sleep with him? And then like people edit in and they write like, no, I just like laid in bed with him for 5 hours. Mine would be like, oh no, I just went and got Sprite and watched Captain America Winter Soldier. That would hurt. You know what would hurt a little bit more? If someone went and they got Sprite and then they went and watched George of the Jungle or Shrek or B movie or all three, that would hurt so bad. But Captain America Winter Soldier, she's my number one pick. She's sexy. She's beautiful. It's a cast mostly starring men, but I do refer to that movie as a woman because it is art, and women are art. That's just what I have to say. That's just my belief. Come to the philosophy of Molly. I'll tell you about how women are divine art. Okay, guys. I shared some stuff. And by that, I mean Marvel opinions, which shouldn't be so scary. But when you have friends who are like, the word Marvel addict doesn't even begin to describe it. Like, I could ask a simple question like, oh, what do you think the color of that cape meant in that movie? And in within 20 minutes, it's now a screaming match over why Scarlett Johansson would never hang out with like War Machine. So by making this list, yes, I am afraid. I'm hoping I don't get roasted. I'll probably get roasted. So thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope maybe something made you chuckle, something laughed. Even if you totally disagreed with me today, that is okay. Just thank you for tuning in. And if you're listening up there, my address is 10880 Malibu Point 90265. And you can find me inside the Seaside Mansion.